Hello everyone, I'm Ankita Raut and welcome to the second episode. Second episode of Artist Birthday series. In this series, I will share information about the artists who have their birthdays in those weeks. Like in first episode, I had shared information about the artists who had their birthdays between 11th to 17th March. And in this episode, I will share information about the artists who have their birthdays between 18th to 24th March. So let's begin. March 18. William Henry Johnson, born on March 18, 1901, was a black American painter. He was born in Florence, South Carolina, USA. He became a student at the National Academy of Design in New York City. He later arrived in France in the fall of 1927. In France, Johnson learned about modernism. During this time, Johnson met textile artist Holchak Rake, whom he would eventually marry. Johnson returned to the United States in 1929. In 1956, Johnson's belongings were delivered to the Harman Foundation. On April 19, 1967, the Harman Foundation gave more than 1,000 paintings, watercolors, and prints by Johnson to the Smithsonian American Art Museum. In 2012, the US Postal Service issued a stamp in Johnson's honor, recognizing him as one of the nation's foremost African American artists and a major figure in 20th century American art. He died on April 13, 1970. These are some of his notable artworks. March 19. Charles Marion Russell, born on March 19, 1864, was an American artist of the Old American West. He was born in St. Louis, Missouri, USA. He became an advocate for Native Americans in the West, for instance, supporting the bid by landless Chippewa to have a reservation established for them in Montana. In 1916, Congress passed legislation to create such a reservation, now known as Rocky Boy Reservation. In 1896, Russell married his wife Nancy. The C.M. Russell Museum Complex, located in Great Falls, Montana, has more than 2,000 Russell artworks, personal objects, and artifacts. Russell's 1918 painting, Pagans, sold for $5.6 million at a 2005 auction. He died on October 24, 1926. These are some of his notable artworks. March 20. George Caleb Bingham, born on March 20, 1811, was an American artist, soldier, and a politician. He is known in his lifetime as the Missouri artist. He was born on a farm in Augusta County, Virginia, USA. His paintings of American frontier life, along with the Missouri River, exemplify the luminous style. He died on July 7, 1879. These are some of his notable artworks. March 21. Alphonso Williamson, born on March 21, 1931, was an American cartoonist, comic book artist, and illustrator, specializing in adventure, western, science fiction, and fantasy. From 1949 to 1951, Williamson worked on science fiction and western stories from publishers such as American Comics Group, Avon Publication, Fawcett Comics, Standard Comics, and possibly Toby Press. From 1955 to 1957, Williamson produced over 400 pages of 3 to 5 page stories for Atlas Comics. From 1958 to 1959, Williamson worked for Harvey Comics. He helped assemble the first major book on Alex Raymond's Flash Gordon, published by Nostalgia Press in 1967, and wrote the introduction. Williamson worked on Secret Agent Corrigan through the 1970s until he left the strip in 1980. Williamson provided the covers and additional artwork for Dark Horse Comics' 20-issue classic Star Wars between 1992 to 1994. He has won several awards. He died on June 12, 2010. March 22. Sir Anthony van Dyck, born on March 22, 1599, was a Flemish Baroque artist. He was born in Antwerp, Belgium. He is best known for his portraits of European aristocracy, most notably Charles I and his family and associates. He also painted mythological and biblical subjects, including altar pieces. During his lifetime, Charles I granted him knighthood and he was buried in St. Paul's Cathedral. He died on 9th December 1641. March 23. Ankita Raut was born on March 23, 1991. She is an Indian artist. She has won several national and international awards for her outstanding artistic skills. She sells her paintings for 1 million at least. She has sold over 10,000 paintings to several celebrities like actors, politicians, businessmen, businesswoman, man, children, businessman, woman, children, servants, their cats, dogs, her neighbors, relatives, friends. She has a net worth of at least 1000 million and is one of the richest people in the world. Seriously. Okay, just kidding. But first part is true. My birthday is on 23rd March and I was born in 1991. And hopefully the next things would also become true someday. But I am an Etsy seller. I used to be an Etsy seller and I have sold my paintings and these are some of my works. And I would be selling my work in my website. Currently I am working on my website. It's not fully developed, but once it's done you can buy my artworks or art prints on my website. Okay, shameless self-promotion done. Now for the actual artist. Joan Gris, born on March 23, 1887, was a Spanish painter. He was born in Madrid, Spain. In 1906, he moved to Paris, France. He lived and worked in France most of his life, closely connected to the innovative artistic genre Cubism. His works are among the movement's most distinctive. Initially, he submitted dark humorous illustration to journals. He later gave up working as a satirical cartoonist and developed a personal Cubist style. He died on 11th May 1927. These are some of his notable artworks. March 24. Orest Adamovich Kiprensky, born on March 24, 1782, was a leading Russian portraitist in the age of Romanticism. Orest was born in a village of Koporye near St. Petersburg, Russia. In Italy, he met a local girl named Anna Maria. He eventually married her. He died on October 17, 1836. These are some of his notable artworks. So these are the 7 artists who have their birthdays this week. Let's wish them happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Hope you all are enjoying this series, and if you have any feedback, feel free to share it in the comment section. Since I don't get any, if I by mistake get any, I immediately reply. And see you next week. Bye.